For the assessment fair video project, I picked anxiety, specifically social anxiety. Social anxiety or social phobia is a marked fear or anxiety about one or more social situations in which the individual may be scrutinized by others. The individual is concerned that they may be seen as anxious by others because they are showing anxiety symptoms such as trembling, sweating, stumbling over one's words, or staring, and are negatively evaluated by others. The purpose of this assessment is to measure social anxiety. The authors of this assessment are David Watson and Ronald Friend. Publisher was the Journal of Consulting and Clinical Psychology. The title was Measurement of Social Evaluation Anxiety. Date was 1969. It was reprinted with permission of David Watson and the American Psychological Association. The assessment is composed of 28 items which measure anxiety in social situations. It does not include any subscales and is intended for general social situations only, rather than things such as test anxiety or simple phobia. It assesses two aspects of anxiety. 1, one's experience of distress, discomfort, fear, and anxiety, and 2, the deliberate avoidance of social situations. This assessment was developed on a sample of 297 college students, both male and female. The mean for males was 11.2, while the mean for females was 8.24. Based on this data, you can see that there was a significant difference between the males and females, indicating that females show more social anxiety than do males. Validity was assessed for both discomfort in a social situation and preference for being alone. They tested to see if subjects with higher scores demonstrated more discomfort in a social situation than did subjects with lower scores. And they determined if subjects with higher scores demonstrated a greater preference for being alone than did subjects with lower scores. Both showed differences between the groups, and there's evidence of known group validity. Internal consistency was assessed by correlating each item with the total score of the assessment. Reliability was shown as excellent, with an average item to total score correlation of 0.77 and a correlation of 0.94 after using the Cooter-Richardson Formula 20. Each item is answered as either true or false. Items 2, 5, 8, 10, 11, 13, 14, 16, 18, 20, 21, 23, 24, and 26 are keyed for true, while the others are keyed for false. Answers which match the keyed responses are given the value of 1, and answers that do not match are given the value of 0. Scores can range from 0 to 28, with higher scores showing more anxiety within the individual. In addition to providing assessments to clients, you can ask them to identify specific symptoms that they may be experiencing and the time frames of these symptoms. Do social situations always raise fear or anxiety? You could also pay close attention to their body language. Is there any eye contact when talking with the client? How is their body posture? Do they speak in a very soft voice? Overall, I really like this assessment. It does a great job of asking questions related specifically to social anxiety and how individuals react in social situations. The only thing that I do find a little concerning is the scoring with only giving a true or false answer. I think that using a Likert scale would be more useful. I took it as well as one of my coworkers, and both of us agreed that there were some questions that were a little tricky in answering. I was leaning toward a little of both true and false depending on the situation, circumstance, and time. However, I think that the assessment had good validity and reliability and would be helpful to use with future clients.